So my parents had me when they were 16 and 18. I spent my weeks going back and forth between houses, switching from apartment to apartment, never really having a stable home. I mean, I have memories of seeing my dad beat up my mom outside of our house when I was like 4. I have memories of seeing my other family members choked in my bedroom with alcohol present and just extreme violence that I've always witnessed. But I was always afraid to speak out with that, because every time I spoke out about the violence from my dad to my mom, she would threaten to call the police, and I really loved my dad, so I didn't want any of that to happen. Even through all these stressors, though, I found peace in softball. Softball gave me life mentors, it gave me family, it gave me best friends. When I got to high school, it didn't really start to serve the same purpose that it had previously. During my sophomore year, I had switched schools because I wanted a better education, a better future for myself, to leave my home life behind. I sat alone each lunch. I would often skip class because I just couldn't make it through the day. I mean, I would wake up each morning praying to God to just get me through one more day. I was good enough to go to college, but I didn't feel like it was right for me. I felt like my heart wasn't in it enough, like God had other plans for me. But even feeling that, I never acted on those feelings. So I continued to play here at UCSD my freshman year. Here I was also mentally abused by my coach. I had no confidence, no self-esteem, and she personally tried to escort me to a psychologist here, but even so, I wasn't ready. I was on my way to the batting cages, and there was a mishap. That was the last time that I let my dad beat me. Once I got to the batting cages, I ran away and secretly called my grandma to come pick me up. I was scared out of my mind at this time, the most scared I've ever been. When she came to pick me up, we decided to go to my house, gather all of my things, and never return. Living on her couch, I was fine. I had a place to stay, I was comfortable. I just couldn't wait for school to start so I could, truly begin this new freedom. So this is the time when he stepped in and really began to make his presence known in my life. I was kicked off of the team, not by my choice, but because I was given the decision to spend time with my family and work on my mental health, or attend practice for a day. I obviously chose my family, and because of that, I was asked to leave this very field and never come back. And that was the end of my softball career. I had a good mindset, and I always thank God for giving me such a good mindset, for being so aware of my blessings. And yet here I was just in this constant depression, and I didn't want to hurt anymore, so I did make a plan. I wanted to just be out of this pain and into the light with God, and just finally just escape this, because I didn't know how. Somehow I was able to reach out, and I saw the therapist at my school. She had got me a same-day appointment with the hospital, where I was diagnosed with PTSD, which really started to validate my feelings, my thoughts, my actions. I began to constantly read up on this disorder. I just really wanted to use my past to start helping other people. And this is when I began to reach more mental clarity. So I went out to university my first week of school, my junior year, and I was kind of anxious, kind of excited, because I was just ready to start my new life. I didn't know anyone there, but I just knew that everyone would be so welcoming. And I signed up for a small community group. That first night at IV, it just completely sold me. I was like, this is it. Like, I'm ready to get reconnected. This is what I've been needing. I've come to terms with my past. I can finally fully focus on God, to be reintroduced to Him through my own perspective. I went out to IV every Wednesday, still do. I go to this 2-hour small community group, which is a Bible study group. And I have learned so much from these beautiful people. One member, Jeremiah, attends Grace City, and I asked him, I was like, hey Jeremiah, let me come to church with you. I haven't been to church in quite a while. So that was the day I came out to Grace City, probably like the second week in January. And it so happened that that was the day that Randall announced baptisms, which was really exciting for me because I had been wanting to get baptized for months. So I came up to Randall, I was like, hey, like, dude, I want to get baptized. I'm so ready. And the next week, I was baptized in the pouring rain with all these people. Some people who I'd never even met, which was amazing to me because it just showed how much love and faith these people have in God and how good God is. I mean, like walking back from shore and seeing all these people cheering and I was just filled with love and I was just speechless, like how lucky I am. Since these past 6 months, I was introduced to Jesus, which I had always known about Him, but never had I maintained that or had a personal connection with Him. I mean, I realized that there's a difference in knowing Jesus and knowing of Jesus. And knowing Jesus, my life has just completely changed for the better. I don't have any specific plans for my future. My only plan is to just keep Jesus in my life and to be surrounded with people who also believe in Jesus and who have good energy. And I know that by doing that, I'll be able to maintain this clarity because He has given me this desire to live and this desire to love just so passionately. And I truly am ready to step into the next part of my life to use my experiences to shine His light onto other people. And Jesus has always been present in my life. Just now, my eyes are fully on Him.